Hello, everybody, and welcome to my first ever NHL 25 franchise mode series. This team we are going to be building is the Salt Lake City Scarlet Spartans. Let's get a look at the coaches here to see what we got. Again, these coaches aren't that bad. We can definitely work with this. They're not the best I've ever seen. Let's check out the scouts. Okay, a couple A scouts. Again, not the worst scouting team I've seen, something we can definitely work with and improve upon. This is a custom-made roster. So for the first 3 years, you're going to see a lot of custom players being drafted by all sorts of teams. There is a total of 47 teams in this NHL. As you can see, we didn't even start with a 70 overall player, which is perfectly fine. We are going to be looking to draft some elite talent and building a great team through drafts, trades, etc. In the free agency, there are some players that I have created there. In the draft, as you can see, some of the players that I have created um, are Canadian. Actually, a lot of them are Canadian, so it will be easily to kind of distinct. I will also make sure to tell you guys if it's a generated player or if it's one that I know I built. I don't remember every player off by heart. Um, I will try to remember a lot of the players, and if you guys want to see any player throughout the series, just leave a comment and we can go check on that player. And if you have a favorite team that you're looking for, we can definitely keep an eye on that team as well. Any feedback that I can get on this series will be greatly appreciated so that I can make better content going forward. So the draft here is actually looking pretty solid. A bunch of these goaltenders are unknown so far, but with scouting, we'll unlock that. And if, again, you guys want to see the scouting on screen um, or outside the video, just let me know in the comments. We will start off in this video with, we will do a couple season focuses to just to try them out. If you don't want to see them in the video, just leave a comment and I can do that in my own time. Two players I do remember creating was my dad's favorite player, Daryl Sittler, and the player he disliked the most, Zindino Chara. I think I said that right. If I mispronounce the name, I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comments. But I will try to pronounce it the best I can. As you can see here, as we sort by potential, there are some players that I have created. The Birdman, Stone Crow. These two are specifically from Game of Thrones, the names. Uh, Leonard Snart. See, a lot of people should get that one. Bucky Barnes, Steve Rogers, these are Marvel names. And then some other names, some I just again created that I had drafted. Some are uh, some are just inspired by other things. Two teams in this franchise mode that were created by another creator, Snipe and Score. Again, I will leave a link to his channel in the description. Feel free to check out his franchise modes. He does a fantastic job and definitely was a lot of my inspiration for this. So his two most recent drafted glory teams I custom made into here to put them in. We will hopefully get some of these free agents, and if we do, they will probably play in the minors. So that way we can still hopefully obtain a good draft pick, which is what most teams do aspire to get. It's a high draft pick. EA does like to drop the first to third, but we will see what we get here. Now, I am going to take a look at the goalies here in a second. I'm looking for a specific goalie. I don't know if he was drafted yet. His name is Austin Elliott. He's playing for the London Knights currently. And shout out to the London Knights for having a phenomenal season this year. Just a stellar record. I mean, scoring from all over. The team is just playing well. I really think that they tons of players are doing really well. But that's who I am looking for. I am looking for Austin Elliott, and I do realize the recording that he is undrafted yet. So while I'm looking for him, I will not find him. Also, see me go to search players here. I was really just trying to see if he was drafted or not. Our team does not start with a 70 overall, which is perfectly okay with me. And as you can see here, I'm trying to search the name Austin in goaltenders. But we will see me, who I did create as a goaltender for the Beantown Bandits. That is another team that I have created. If you want to see the teams I created, you can check out the first video of the series. It's more like a preview of the teams that were going to be in this series. Just kind of a start of where we were going to go from. So we're going to advance a couple days here and see if we got any of the prospects. Well, actually, hold on. I do think some signed right away. So let's just see if we have some. No, okay, we don't. So we'll advance a couple days here. We have a coach conversation. I'm just going to be a hands-off GM for this season. Let him kind of make the roster moves. I do have injuries off. I think it creates a lot of screen lag and waivers. If I want to trade for somebody or get a certain player, I'll just go out and get that player or try to trade for them. I'm not a huge fan of the waivers. As you can see here, we're getting some rejections, which is perfectly okay. Love seeing the talent be spread out across a bunch of teams. And now let's apply some season focuses after we move these two to the minors. Best lines this really quick before we do those off-season focuses. That way we have everybody playing. They're going to grow in potential, and hopefully they will be good trade assets. If we can use those at the drafts to maybe secure a second draft pick, the first round, that would be absolutely crazy. But even some second rounders, let's build something good off of those. We will move Leonard Snart over to the right and bring up Bucky, so that way hopefully we can get more growth. This defense chemistry, if we move him, we can get it to, a reasonable 0, +1, and 0. It's better than a minus. For the guys that we signed in free agency, we're just going to give each one of them a stat boosting goal. That way, they can boost up their stats, and they will hopefully be better trade assets for the draft. And if they do achieve them, it will, like I said, it'll give them a little bit more of hopefully a boost to not just their stat points, but value and kind of where we can move them. It all depends on where it wants them. For Steve, we are going to give him the assists challenge because I think to me, I want to get his passing up, and we will see if we can get Snart here to probably do passing as well. Maybe goals. Yeah, let's do goals. It's at Rogers. Thinking we'll do assists. And for Bucky, we'll probably go goals just to kind of spread the love. That way, it's goals, assists, goals. They're all kind of focused on trying to play their part. And then after that, we will get into the calendar and get the sim started here soon. All right, with those out of the way, X here. This will take us into the calendar. I'm just going to sim straight to the end of the year. I don't get to stop the deadline. Any trades I would be liking to be made will probably just be made. Well, yeah, just any trades I do think I'll make will probably just be made at the draft. For preseason here, we're starting off better than I thought. I did think we were going to get a single win. My prediction for this start of the sim, probably go 089 and 0. But we'll see. We do lose our first game to the Leafs 7 oh jeez. 6-2 by the Sens. Okay. They did score a couple goals there. 12-2. Damn. Okay, we're starting to lose some games here. Tough loss to Tampa. Another tough loss to the Aliens. The Toronto Overlords we lose. We're now at a record of 0-9-0. Um, I don't know. It'd be cool if we could get a point this season, but I highly, highly doubt that we will find uh, any points with our roster compared to what I would say are rosters. It's more like running an AHL rosters or starting lineup. So far, we are 17 0. It's a couple more losses. I mean, we have scored a couple goals here and there, which is, again, not the worst thing. So far, we are 22 and 0 with 0 points in 23 games. It's kind of rough. November 20th was our 23rd game. It's kind of like I said what I expected is to go 82 and 0. That way, hopefully, we do get a high draft pick. I'm thinking at least top 3 guaranteed. Uh, but we are definitely padding some other team stats here as we just absolutely tank. We are now sitting at a 30 record. It's another tough loss against the Leafs. They scored 11 against us. Now, this month of December is looking rough. I mean, those are some short gold games there against the Bandits, the Wild. Score 3 against Columbus there. That's good. Trying to take something positive away from this. And so we head into the end of December with our last 3 games. So far, 37. Let's see how we do against the Aliens here. And the Peterborough Phantom Prowlers have fired their head coach, Keaton Stewart. I mean, okay. It's pretty interesting. I mean, I didn't know if anybody was going to get fired in this year. Um, all right. January is not looking super hot for us so far. Um, this is not looking too good. I get this straight out of here. I mean, some EA trades are okay, but I prefer if I'm gonna do it, I'll make my own trades. So I just clear my block here. That way we don't get any more trade requests, and we can just keep simming throughout the rest of the season here. Game against the Sharks, that's a loss. Shutout. As we approach the midpoint of January here, we are still 47 and 0. Uh, I mean, we're getting some close games. We're playing good defensively, not allowing as many, but we're just not scoring any in those games. Montreal is a 5-3 loss heading into the end of January here. Still are losing lots of games. 52 and 0 so far. See how we do in the month of February. This is looking like we are going to get a high draft pick here as we lose again to the Halifax Raiders. Should have the snipe score for that team. We do secure our first point against the Rangers. Let's go. And if we get a back-to-back points against the Rangers and the Blues. 6-5 loss and a shutout and a 4-3 loss and a shutout. I mean, they scored. They scored enough in those games. We could have won those. But honestly, I will take the first couple points. That's still fantastic. And as we close on the end of February, we sit at a 0-60-2 record with only 2 points to our name for this season. As we tough loss to the Bandits there. We're just going to continue. If you guys want to see the trade deadlines, let me know in the comments. Look at the trade deadline trades. Let's stop here. We're going to do a quick check of. Let's do a quick check of the league. As you can see, top guy there only had 25 points. That's kind of rough. Top teams are in the league right now. We got Florida in first, Colorado in second, Dallas in third, Edmonton in fourth, Tampa in fifth, Rangers in sixth, the Leafs in seventh, Minnesota in eighth, Raiders in ninth, Winnipeg Jets in 10th, Canucks in 11th and 12th for the Ducks. The Knights are sitting at 13. Carolina sitting at 14, 15 is Buffalo. I mean, that's pretty high for Buffalo. It's a lot better than what I thought. The Atlantic is just killing it, it looks like. And as we go through the teams here, you will also get to see the teams I created and their names. I will try to show off here as many as the logos as we scroll through. That way. You that didn't see the preview video, I do recommend watching that. Can see some of the teams as we go through here. So, okay, yes. Peterborough, Phantom Powers are, right above us, but they still got a lot more points. So I don't think we're going to catch up to them at all. But we'll see what we can do. The draft still really isn't scouted. I would really like the scouts to start scouting more this first round at least. At least top 15. Definitely think we're going to get a pick in there. Earlier, like I said, a lot of the players I made are Canadian. I'm going to pin the ones that I made here for you guys so you guys can see who I've made so far. If you want to write down the names, or if you just want to see who I made. Again, I'll show each one of the draft as we go along. If we get back to simming here, let's start it. Should probably go right to the end of the season. Because again, don't need to make any moves, especially the trade deadline. Kind of can't. But I don't think we need to bring anybody up. I think we'll just leave them down there for their goals. That way they can get those plus minus goals. We do achieve our first win of the season in a 3-1 victory against the Phantom Prowlers. That's, that's awesome. I mean, this our record is honestly looking all right now. We got 166 2. Again, I didn't expect we would get any points this season, so I'll take 4 points so far. That's pretty good. That's a win in my books. Another tough loss to, but we do get a point against the call them. I don't know. I can't think of the name right now. We do lose to Philly. We also lose to the Victoria Vipers. We lose 11-2 against Pittsburgh. Let's see how we can close out the last 4 games here. Three games here. Loss. We do get another win. Let's go. That's 2 wins so far. See if we can play these last 4 games well. We have 2 against the Halifax Raiders. This is not looking good for us. As we do finish this year with at least 2 wins. Again, more points than I thought we would have. So I will take that 100%. And we do lose to the Halifax Raiders again. We end the season off with a record of 279-3. We will check out our stats in the league stats as we approach the playoffs. You can see that the top guy only had 34 points, so I guarantee you had almost a top 3 pick. Florida finishes in first with 132 points, Colorado in second, Tampa, the Raiders, Dallas Stars, the Rangers, the Maple Leafs, Winnipeg Jets, Oilers, Vegas, Vancouver, Buffalo making the playoffs, Carolina Hurricanes, Boston, the Devils, and Minnesota. Wow. All right. That's I did not expect Buffalo to make the playoffs. 7 points this season. That's 7 more than I thought we would get. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Um, Again, not a half bad season for what we had. We'll check out around the league scoring wise. See how not only the forwards did, but we'll also see. We'll check some stats. Games played. I did put the games played from 82 to 84, and there again is no injuries on. So most times all players will play all 84 of those games. And wow, and Ovechkin. If we could just talk about Ovechkin and what he's done this year, I mean that is an amazing accomplishment for hitting 895 goals. So a big congratulations to Ovechkin passing Wayne Gretzky. That's an absolute achievement. Nothing but the best for that guy in his career going forward. Assists. Got here. Got Liam Akinen with 100 assists. Braden Point with 97. Dylan Strome. Clayton Hughes with 79 assists. Wow. Cale Makar with 75. Some defensemen in this top 10 here. That's amazing. Gardner, Charlie McAvoy, Connor McDavid, Yossi, Adam Fox. Points for the overall league. It's just a ton of point per game players, but Mauricio Wilm, shout out to him. Again from the Halifax Raiders acronym, and Alan Lehman. Great point. Cameron Crowder, Nikita Kucherov, Thompson, Barkov, Sam Reinhart, Ovechkin with 110 points. Ristolainen, Sebastian Aho. Plus minuses, JC So the Halifax Raiders just had a fantastic season. As you can see here, there's a ton of players that I did create that are leading the league in penalty minutes. I'm assuming a lot of these guys who have penalty minutes uh, are probably guys who have fought a lot or roughing goals. I've also noticed in this game a lot of people, players, I should say, a lot of players will get penalties off the face-off. It will just count as an interference penalty as soon as they take off for a face-off. Shooting percentages here, I'm looking for somebody, as you can see, like Rantanen, who's played a lot of the games. Same with David. Just great shooting percentages for players who are taking a lot of shots. Game winners. Alex Ovechkin with 17 game-winning goals. 28 power play goals. Mikko Rantanen leads the pack. That's crazy. Pasternak with 20 power play points. Also Mikko Rantanen leading the way with 39 points there. That's crazy. Short-handed goals is led by Frederick Gaudreau. We got Mason Wood, Connor McDavid, and Lindholm, Ryan Paley, I think that's his name. We got Stick on the Ice, who is another YouTube creator. Stephen Lawrence. Just check time on ice here. Boston pairing had the most minutes. Least amount of minutes. Face-off wins. Kopitar, wow. Okay. There's an egg, JT Miller. Okay. Audrey. Barkov, Couturier. And Kopitar again with the most face-offs. I mean, that's a great face-off percentage. Uh, wow. Draisaitl. Wow, just great. Ryan O'Reilly with 58.8%. That's not bad. Tywin Lannister, just under 60% hits. Wow. That's a lot of hits. That's over. Some of these guys are over 2 hits a game. A lot of these players you can see here in this top 10 are custom made. Um, and I can show you guys all the players in another video if you guys would like. We did block a lot of shots. Wow. I mean, we were getting scored on a lot, so makes sense. Yeah, wow. Okay. So that's over. Like some of these guys have shot 4 shot blocks a game. So it's pretty good. Giveaways. It's kind of rough. 114 giveaways is the most. A lot of these guys are all real players. 100% real players. Like I would like to see him play this year, honestly, for me. Takeaways. Stick on ice. Cameron Crowder, nice. Sebastian Aho, JT Miller, Crosby, Tywin Lannister. He has been up there for a lot of those categories. Bjorkstrand, Sov, Jack Hughes, It's good to see his name up there. All right, and fights. Yeah, so a lot of the guys with the top penalty minutes are generated by me, or created by me, I should say. But there are also quite a few real people in here who take quite a bit of penalties uh, from fighting, which is, it's almost a fight per game, if not a fight every other game. For the fan base alone, that would be just fantastic. All right, I mean, that's most of the stats that I think matter. Yeah, see, there's Daryl Sittler, Chara, who is actually on the Utah Hockey Club. Wow. So Boston did not sign him or did not keep him. All right, goalie stats for most wins from a starter. We got Hellbuck, Blackwood, Sonnenberg, Bobrovsky, Pekka Luukkonen, Andre Vasilevsky, Jake Ottinger, Jeremy Swayman, Stuart Skinner. Save percentage for him is kind of low. I was expecting higher. Of course, we do have one of the most losses, so I do expect to see our guy there. Um, I did not expect, wow, 10 overtime losses from Allmark. Freddie Anderson had 9, Peter Mrazek was 7, Logan Thompson was 7, Samuel Harrison was 7, Dustin Wolf was 7. I mean, from a new guy, like, I can understand that. Harrison, 25, okay. But Allmark, wow, I mean, he's definitely trying to get as many points as he can. Shutouts, we have Blackwood with 10 shutouts for the year. And best save percentage by a starter? Yeah, probably Connor Hellbuck. Maybe Aiden Hill. I don't think he's got enough starts, though. Yeah, we had the most goals against, but goals for Samsonov, I did not expect to be there. But I guess he'd be playing backup for 30 games, so all right, Flurry, he only played 5 games, which is, I mean, kind of crazy that he only played 5 games this season. I know this is probably his last season, and just what a legend. Him and Ovechkin, just both great legends. Still have seen playing hockey. Let's see if we got any goalie goals. I'm actually quite curious. Uh, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think there's any goalie goals this year? At least for this simulation? Well, I think there could be one. They don't usually happen in simulations, so, what? Okay. No goalies got any penalties. 0 goalie goals. See how many, did any good any assists? Cam Talbot. Wow. Cam Talbot with 5 assists on there. That's pretty impressive. Actually, a lot of goalies as we look through here with assists. Trey Vasilevsky with 3, Frederick Anderson with 3, Bobrovsky with 3, Stossel with 3, Sam Ottenbo with 3, Ski Mask the Slump God has 3, Connor Hellbuck has 2, UC Soros has 2, Jacob Markstrom has 2, Dustin Wolf has 2, Jordan Binnington also got 2. It's a lot of goalies here. Big X the Plug, again, another created goaltender. Wow, can't help it. It's pretty impressive. All right, let's check out the let's check out, and let's check out the playoffs tree. Oh, that's the player stats. That's, that's team stats. That's not what I want. Playoff tree. There we go. All right, that's not a bad playoff bracket. All right, let's take leave your comments down below on who you think will win the Stanley Cup this simulation. I think the Raiders have a really good chance to win the Stanley Cup. They had a phenomenal regular season, but yeah, there's also that President's Trophies curse NBA game that I found. So, uh, hopefully, doesn't take too long to simulate here. We can get our Stanley Cup winner for this franchise. Past the scouting. Come on, give me the Stanley Cup champions. The Stanley Cup champions are the Vancouver Canucks. For the Calder Cup, it was the Iowa Wilds. That's pretty good, and we do end up getting the first overall pick. That's crazy. I've actually never had the first overall pick in any franchise mode I've done so far. So this is quite quite good for me. Actually, I'm quite happy about this. See, also we got a top pick. Did get moved up. Again, remember there's 47 teams in this what I say universe franchise mode. We'll take a look at the retired players here. Nicholas Backstrom. A lot of these guys, I'm pretty sure, are already not really playing. I also don't really know all of these players. I'd say one of the only players from this list that I can see here is Ryan Reeves that I do know. Yeah, Cal O'Reilly. So just a lot of these don't ring a bell. Goalies, there was no goalie retirements. Okay, uh, sweet. Coach retirements. Nothing that I see that really sticks out to me. Um, yeah, I think we have one coach retire, and he does become a scout. Okay. Um, yeah. So again, this was my first episode. I hope you guys enjoy. Please leave a comment and a like and subscribe.